Abstract. The business-to-consumer aspect of electronic commerce, e-commerce, is the most visible business use of the World Wide Web. The primary goal of an e-commerce site is to sell your services online. This project deals with developing an e-commerce website for selling educational courses. The user gets to choose his or her services, and with the help of an online store, one can easily sell their products or services. The scope of the project was to create user, store user information in one of the tables on the database, keep a record of the user, and understand the transaction of the user. The shopping cart is provided to make sure the record is saved for the user. The e-commerce website follows a three-tier approach with a backend database for MySQL hosted on JAWS SQL, and PHP as a backend web development program. In order to develop an e-commerce website schema for the database, a few technologies have to be understood. The fundamentals start with creating a website that has web-based languages such as HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JS, and hosting on a domain that supports backend technologies. This is a project with the objective to develop a basic website where a consumer is provided with a shopping cart application and also to know about the technologies used to develop such an application. This document will discuss each of the underlying technologies to create and implement an e-commerce website. Introduction. John's Educational Store is your platform to learn courses related to e-commerce is gaining ground fast as an accepted and used business example. More and more business houses are implementing websites, providing functionality for performing commercial transactions over the web. It's reasonable to say that the process of shopping on the web is becoming commonplace. The objective of this project is to develop a general-purpose e-commerce store where any product or service such as Android or iOS development courses, such as photography courses, etc., can be bought from the comfort of your own home through the internet. The data model discussed the model for UI/UX flow based on a user session. The product catalog, derived from the product table, and user's user table will be where transactions occur through the order table. When the user logs in, the user information can be derived from the backend, and we can view the details. The user can then add products to the cart and then carry ahead to pay for their courses. The selected items will be moved to the shopping cart with quantity and price, which cannot be changed by the user but can be changed by the admin. At checkout time, the items in the shopping cart will show with the quantity and price, with the total price as well, and with details from the user based on his or her PayPal account. For PayPal, using the token is designed to fetch card details and add a new PayPal account if it's necessary. Usually the customer will be asked to fill or select a billing address, a shipping option, and payment information such as your credit card number or using a PayPal service. A good e-commerce site should present the following factors to the customers for better usability. Scalable website that can be used to follow agile methodology, business logo and business case scenarios, UI across different platform, web and mobile, user information database, browsing the different catalog of products, cart logic implementation, and multiple payment options. In order to design a website, the front end was first designed to get a look and feel for the website hosted on GitHub, which is the primary code repository. The website was hosted using the GitHub pages as well. However, in order to deploy a website that needs an online transaction with relational databases, we had to find a domain that can provide enough resources to deploy the program, sync up with GitHub for change management, and have a schema or conceptual design. Using the two vital models, the data model and the process model. The data model helped to emphasize more on the data that should be stored in the database, while the process model deals with how the data is processed. A data model is a schema-based or conceptual representation of the data structures that are required by a database. The first step in designing a database is to develop an ERD diagram, a type of structural diagram in designing databases. The ERD serves as an architectural blueprint, and we deduce a relational database from the schema. And here's the DFD for John's educational website. It's down lower on the page. Here we go. And with this, I believe this will conclude my my demo of my final report submission. Thank you for listening.